Yo people, welcome back to the YouTube channel. You already know what time it is. It's time for another video. It's time for the City preview, and I'm here in Manchester with Big Steve, my brother. Yeah, from Big Six, from the old days. And Big Steve, he's known me a long time. Do you know what I mean? To come up to Manchester, I'm living life right now. I used to be in my bedroom. Do you know what I mean? With the
raining as well. Always raining.
Yeah, with the pot noodles. You know what I mean? The dark walls. But now we're out here, and it's the first time I've come to Manchester, and I have to say, bro, I'm very impressed. Like, you're showing me around. I'm seeing the training facilities are not far from here. We're seeing all of the new we're seeing the new Hairline. Yeah, no, it's unbelievable, honestly. And we're about to go through potentially a new stadium rebuild ourselves. So to come here and see kind of the way it needs to be done, it's very impressive. And you're expanding it, isn't it? An extra 10K. But coming into this game, bro, I mean, we just saw you all batter Real Madrid. You know, the biggest club on the planet. You took them here and you absolutely dragged them and told them to get out.
Yeah, man, I tried telling people what was going to happen, but they didn't believe me. Listen, Manchester City this season are a different animal. It's not always been that way this season. Early in the season, we were struggling a bit.
Yeah.
Erling Haaland coming in, he was scoring goals, but the team wasn't quite gelling. We had a problem with Cancelo and a few internal things. But Pep had to find a way to do it, and he had to find a plan, and he did that. And the run we're on at the minute is unbelievable. And like I say, we win on Sunday, we won the league again. That's 5 out of 6. We've got FA Cup final against Man United in 2 weeks. And then we're going to Istanbul June the 10th. And listen, you're not going to hear me mention the T word, but this is the best chance ever. This could be possibly the greatest 4 weeks of my life.
Yeah, no, and that's why I had to come up here and talk to you like in person, not on StreamYard, because I need to kind of gauge not only how you're feeling, the local area, like, because I've just come from Old Trafford to chat to Saeed, and that video will be out afterwards, and I've asked him about it, and they're all over there depressed over it, you know what I mean? They know what's coming. And to be honest, like, I know you don't want to say the T word, but I don't want to jinx it for you, because I wouldn't do that, but I think I know what's going to happen. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm looking at the fixtures. Let's be real, Premier League obviously is done. You're gonna beat us in this game. There's no point even trying to pretend, guys, that we have a chance. Let's be honest, we're just kind of keeping the score respectable. If you don't mind not doing a 6, if you could keep it down, you know, just pass the ball about.
1-0 do me, man. Yeah. 1-0 do me.
Do you want to see this team kind of, a 1-0 do you, or do you want to see like them just, you know, because Pep's getting the crowd up and he's like, yo, you know what I mean, you're doing a madness.
Here we're at the minute, it's unbelievable. I think the Champions League night here was special the other night. People online like to talk a lot about Manchester City. You got no fans, you got plastic, this, that and the other. But listen, we know what's happening here. We know what we've got here. And if people want to talk like that online, that's fine. But you've been here and you're impressed. Culture Cam's walked around here the other week.
He did, JD.
And he said to me, wow, I'm impressed with it. And at the end of the day, something's happening in this football club at the minute, and something's happened this season. And I've never known it in all my years as a Man City fan, where I feel that the fans and the club are connected, and I think it was the Premier League charges when that came out, and Pep did the press conference, and he galvanised the whole club. He basically said, you can do what you want to us, I know what we've done and I know what we've done, and we're going to fight these charges, and we're going to prove our innocent, and I'm never leaving this club now, and all that. And everyone just went whoosh. Yeah,
because before that he was like, the crowd needs to pick up, the players need to pick up. I think there was a quote saying he doesn't recognise this City team, because you were going for a rough patch in the middle. The narrative's changed now. People are like, oh, this City team can't be stopped, they got too much this, too much that, super team. But to be honest, in the mid-season, people were like, wow, what's really happening here?
Do you know what happens, Matisse? Great managers like Arsene Wenger and Mourinho and all that, they have their philosophy, and sometimes the philosophy gets to a point where it don't work, and some of them don't change, and they become a bit stubborn, and the legacy sort of goes downhill, and they're not the manager he was. What Pep Guardiola does, he evolves with the game, and he finds solutions that we all look at it and think, Nathan Ake, left back, John Stones in the midfield, where's
against Kroos and Modric,
and then you think, what's going on? Next minute it works, and the guy's a genius. And you know, you get all the rubbish online about, oh, could he do it with this, could he do it with that? He doesn't have to do it with that, because he's proved himself at Barcelona. So when you do things at the top level, you get the top jobs. You know what I mean? You don't drop down. And what he's done at this football club, his legacy can be cemented like greatness if he completes what he needs to complete in the next few weeks.
Listen, if he does this, I know people have their banter, they say, oh, no one cares about City, they're irrelevant, but let's be honest now, a treble, that is very relevant, and that is very like, wow, and that's very like, whoa.
Very relevant.
Yeah.
You told us,
it is, and I've always said it to you. I've always said it to you.
European Cups, and you were singing, you know, Champions of Europe, you never sing that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm hoping in 4 weeks' time I'm singing that.
Yeah, no, bro, like Champions League will change your life. Like, honestly, I've always said it to people, if you've not won it, when you win it, the feeling that you get from it is, honestly, it's the best feeling in the world. Both the Champions Leagues that we won, just inside you, it's just eruption. And like the Premier League is more like planned, it's more methodical, it's over the long season. Obviously, when you win it, it's incredible, and we need to get that back one day. But like, you know it's coming, so it's not like maybe an instant hit. But to be the way you guys win it with the last 20 minutes against Aston Villa, maybe it is actually like a Champions League win. But I want to talk to you about Pep and your team, because you're right. Like, and we was talking about on the way out when we was walking around, you showed me around the place, like, you haven't bought a load of world beaters and you don't have a big squad. I think that's two narratives that kind of need to be killed, and we're going to talk about in the video. Is that, you know, you guys, Silva, he come from Monaco, he's a young kid. Ruben Diaz, young kid from Benfica. You know, Akanji from Dortmund, Ake from Bournemouth. You know, Alvarez from River Plate. You do rarely take the top players from the top teams. They're not ready-made. They have to come in and be you know, kind of put on the Pep level.
We had to activate Jack Grealish's release clause, 100 million.
Yeah.
So people went on about that. Like, but for years before that, loads of teams outspent us. But we made Nathan Ake a better player. We made Diaz a better player. We made Akanji a better player. We made Stones a better player. Bernardo Silva's a better player. These players are coming in here and becoming better players. Manchester City, and then somebody said the other day, yeah, but if it doesn't work out, you can go and buy somebody else. I'm like, well, tell me who didn't work out. Tell me who we got rid of and bought someone else. You know, we've had no
since
fullbacks.
Bravo, isn't it? Really, the goalkeeper.
We've had no fullbacks for years. We've been turning Fabian Delph into a left back. We've had Zinchenko at left back. We've had Nathan at left back. We've had Cancelo, who he didn't like it here, so he left. Then we found a solution to that. Yeah. And listen, Pep Guardiola is the glue that keeps everything together. Yeah. And these players, when you hear them speak about him, they know what he does with his football club, and it's the best football I've ever witnessed in my life. I've seen some strange things on that pitch with Pep, and you know what they say? Yo, he overfought it in big finals. He did, maybe. Yeah. But listen, that's what happens with geniuses. I
would take that.
Yeah, I'll take it. I'll take what's going on here now.
Yeah, I would.
You know, and this Champions League in the last 10, it took us 10 years to start arriving at the business end of the Champions League. Yeah. Have we made mistakes? Definitely. Will we make mistakes again? Probably. Yeah. But now we just feel like this team is a little bit more clever, a little bit more savvy. Didn't go gung-ho in the Bernabeu. Didn't throw it away. Relaxed in the Bernabeu, got the result, came back here, and we knew what was going to happen here. I predicted 4-0.
You did say 4. I saw your clip.
Podcast, and they thought I was trolling.
Yeah, no, you've been.
I watch a lot of football, and I go home and away with this team, and I can feel it in my chest. And you know, I've always been one of the most confident people you'll see. I came on your channel, said we're going to beat you in Porto, and you beat us. Yeah. I came back on there, took my medicine. But no.
I remember that, the Oil Boys, me, you, Saj and Monster. That was a great show. There's a playlist.
Listen, I'm hoping my day's coming.
In 3 weeks. Yeah, you say hope, I say it is. Like, I think the Real Madrid game for me, when I watched that, and the way that you dominated the game in terms of just, you had the ball 50% in their defensive third. You know, they had 15 passes in 15 minutes. That's Real Madrid. I don't see how, as much as, you know, Inter Milan, you know, they've done well to get where they are. I can't see how they stop you, even if it does take a while for you to break them down, because obviously they're going to be more defensively kind of set up. I just don't see it. Talk to me about kind of like, obviously we know like the younger fans, they've known success and they're going to get that thing that we've had. And when we talk about our clubs, we talk about, you know, we've both been taken over by big rich owners in the past. You know, we had the first one, and you guys came in. You guys have actually dominated the league, which is something that I've always said my club has failed to do in terms of winning. Okay, we win the league, but can we go 3-4, you know, 5 out of 6 type things that we're talking here, domination, and really settle down stability? And that's what we're trying to do now. We've always gone with the firing model, but the younger fans are going to be spoilt, right? Yep. Same with my fan base. They're going to be spoilt. You know, we must win. We're Man City. You're going to get all of that in the next 10 years. But the older fans, like, how does it feel to just kind of be on the cusp of what you're on the cusp of? Because I know I've seen the stories, you know what I mean? Like, you've told me, and I can't imagine going up through the divisions and then coming to this now where you're showing me around. I'm seeing statues, company, Aguero, David Silva, training facilities. You know, it's ridiculous, bro. And now you're about to do something that Man United fans have been talking about for the last 20 years.
Yeah, it's been an emotional journey, and people, some of the younger ones, they don't get it. Oh, Steve's going on about the olden days again. I get that. Uncle Albert and that. But listen, it's true. It's real life, and when you're in them days, when you're in with a football team, you don't change your mind. You stick with them through thick and thin.
Yeah.
No matter how hard it gets, no matter how stupid you feel, you just gotta believe. And I've said it before. We hit the jackpot with Sheikh Mansour. But you know, if the richest guy in the world or one of them wants to come and buy your football club and take you to the top, who's going to say no?
Yeah. And everybody would say yes, bro. Everybody.
And look at this.
And
he's put his money where his mouth is. He's not came in, took any money out of the club, like them over the road.
They can't
even fix the toilets. Do you know what I mean?
I was there.
They can't fix the toilets. The roof's leaking.
He wouldn't take me inside.
And at the end of the day, they've been living on the morals for far too long. This football club has came out of nowhere and just taken over.
Yep.
And if we win this treble this year, then it takes this club to another level then. A level where it wanted to get to. You know, the money we're generating now, and people, how can you generate more money in Real Madrid? You must be a bent sponsorship deal. Well, look what you've seen it. Look what they're achieving. Look at the things that they got going on around the stadium. They're generating money all the time.
Yeah.
The academy generates hundreds of £1 million. They're winning from 18, 19, 20, 21. We're winning academy football.
Yeah.
And
that's what we used to do, with our academy,
So we've got everything right off the pitch, and now we're getting it right on the pitch. But for a fan like me of over 30 years, I'm in dreamland, and at the end of the day, I've been to over 50 games this season. And the young fans and the old fans, I'm trying to connect the dots.
Make sure that there's no gaps missing.
Because what happened is they opened up this ballot. So 500 of every away tickets now.
They were talking about ticket prices increase.
It goes to a ballot for young kids. So the people that have got the loyalty points were like getting upset, saying, "I've got loyalty points. How can they get tickets and that?" But it works. The young kids have given us an injection of madness at the away games and power. And me being a bit old sometimes, I can get flat at the game, and the young ones get you going and that, and you're up. So what this club have done is they've identified they need a generation to come through.
Of course.
The old guard can't harvest all the points.
Yeah.
So what they've done is they've made this connection. But every away game now, we've got a young and old crew. We're all on a WhatsApp group. We meet at certain bars. We go to the game at the same time. We've got this I can't describe it. It's like a magical feeling around the club. And we're all like, you know what? You might not like Man City. 90% of it's jealousy. But I tell you what, we're hearing our numbers. We support this football club. Are you going to get tourists? Of course you are.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
You play the best football in the world, mate. People who love football want to come and watch you. You know, this Real Madrid thing the other night, the club made a mistake with the tickets and how they were sold, and a lot of tourists got in the ground and that. But look, they came, they had a good time. But did you see the atmosphere?
Yeah, I saw. Bro, the Poznan was going for about 20 minutes, bro.
Marca, the Real Madrid newspaper said, Real Madrid got dragged into a trap. The fans were unbelievable. And that's what it was.
Bro, I was watching the Poznan. I'm not gonna lie, that Poznan would rattle me. You see the same way we brought the inflatables.
The stadium was bouncing. Bouncing.
Have they actually built it to move?
It moves. Do
you know what it is? And I've always said, and that's why we started the Oil Boys show. If you don't remember it, you know, way back on this channel, like I said, with the panel, and you was on it, and this whole state club and oil, but Liverpool trying to get ownership. They'll take state money right now. Man United, same thing.
We're not a state club. We're owned by Sheikh Mansour, one member of the royal family, through his Abu Dhabi United group. So it's all fair. Even Jamie Carragher mentioned it's a state club. It's not a state club. You're getting it wrong. And this is what there's a lot of people out there just throwing whatever they want at this football.
But all those clubs, those cultural, historic, heritage clubs, Man United, Liverpool, if they could take your owner right now, they would.
Manchester United are protesting for oil. They've called us oil, or they want it now because they realise that's
maybe they're going to be an oil brother.
But at the end of the day, Manchester City Football Club is a scapegoat for all the failings of other people's clubs. Other people's clubs make wrong decisions and they try and blame Manchester City for them. We don't make wrong decisions here. We make the right decision. That's why this football club is growing at the rate never been seen. That's why we're arriving at these competitions late. That's why we can be 8-9 points behind in a league and then go and fight till the end and win it, because we've got that mentality now. We haven't got that mentality we had years ago where everyone, maybe Man City, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. We believe now that we are the best football team in the world, and we've got to act like that. As a supporter, if I'm going on shows every week and I'm negative and I'm like down and we're going to get beat and we might do this, that does nobody any good. I go on there and I'm positive, I've got my chest out, and finally, after 30 odd years, I'm so proud of this football club, I'm so proud of the fan base, I'm so proud of Sheikh Mansour, Khaldoon, what they've done to Manchester. They came in, they put the money where their mouth is, and they didn't have to just build a team, they had to build a football club
club,
because we was a mess.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like they got a giant football club and tweaked it.
Yeah.
They literally had to start from the ground up, come in here, clear out the decks and go, right, we've got to get the mentality of the fans on board and we've got to create this giant. And they've created it in 10 years.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I remember the Riverside 8-1. That's my reference point. Yeah. And from that moment on, you was there. From that moment on, it's just gone and skyrocketed.
United won the league that day.
Yeah.
And that was the point. We got beat 8-1.
Wow.
Sven-Göran Eriksson was getting the sack. The fans weren't happy with it. The players weren't happy with it. They just downed the tools and just it was what it was. But this is all character building, I say. These are games where if you can come home on a coach back to Manchester, see all the cars driving around with the red flags outside, everyone beeping horns and that, and then you just been beat 8-1. Then you know you're all right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But look at it now. Look at it now.
It's mad. Well, I mean, guys, like I said, for our game, we don't have much hope. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm here. I'm here just to take it all in and just wait for next season. Do you know what I mean? I know exactly what's coming in terms of the game. It's the day where they can crown themselves champions in front of us. I was saying to you on Big Six that, you know what, I think we deserve to have to watch you lift it in front of us, and that's kind of like, this is what happens when you perform.
In February outside
poorly.
the Emirates, we just beat them.
Yeah,
they were talking a hell of nonsense. You work on there, DR Sports, and I said to Thabz, we need to get psychological in the brains of these fans, because when we were going with Liverpool, Grizz was trying to get in my brain, I was trying to get in his brain. It does affect you a little bit. It's a mental battle online.
Yeah,
it's deep.
Yeah.
And when I said that, there's blood in the water and there's a big blue shark behind you.
Yeah.
And I left them with that thought. And now the boat is upside down.
Yeah.
And the edge of the boat is sticking out the water. And Don Robbie and Arteta and everyone, they're on the boat, and there's a lot of weight on the top of that boat, let me tell you. And then just here in the boat, right here, is that shark. And on Sunday, or even Saturday night, Nottingham Forest, that boat's gonna go. Yeah. And then bang.
Bang. It is, and you know what, I've been saying, I'm glad you guys have stepped it up and gone on this run, because I couldn't deal with Arsenal. When I go back to London, I can't be dealing with Arsenal winning the league, and you guys have sticked true, and you've handled business. Because, you know, some people are telling me, oh, we prefer the Champions League, it doesn't matter. I said, no, don't start getting complacent now. No. This is Arsenal now. Don't take a year off. We need you to sort it out.
Steve, Big Steve's arrogant. It's not arrogant. It's confidence. You know what I mean? I've waited all my life to be like this. You know what I mean? And I'm not arrogant. I'm humble. I respect every team, and I respect it. If someone does well, I respect it. And I've given Arsenal the props. I give Arteta his props.
You before anyone else.
Keep with him. You've got a chance.
Yeah.
But we need our props now.
Yeah.
Pep Guardiola needs his flowers. Manchester City Football Club, the fans need the flowers. You need to put this, we've got no history to bed, because 5 out of the last 6 Premier League titles, Centurion season, formidable season, Champions League final coming up, you know, Man United in the FA Cup. There's plenty of history there that could be made in the next 4 weeks, bigger than anyone's. This is
where we relate, because before 2003, people say, "Oh, my club ceased to exist." We did win trophies. We did have great teams in the late 90s. When I was just born, you know, the Zolas and all of these guys, Hasselbanks. But you know, we get beat with the same stick, and we then started creating history, winning European Cups, winning Europa League twice, Champions League twice, and now you guys are going ahead and doing it in Europe as well. So. Yeah, that's where we relate, and that's where the Oil Brothers come. But then Hugh told me I'm not in the group chat anymore with the Oil Brother membership. I'm not involved, so I don't know where I stand now. It's just you and Newcastle. Obviously, I'm not in the top 4, so it is what it is. But bro, before we wrap up, can I get a prediction from you, man? Let's be serious. What's going on with this game?
I'm going to say Manchester City 3, Chelsea 0.
Yeah, that's fair. That's respectful as well. I have it down as 4-0 minimum, and that's really just them being nice at the end. And you know what Man City do? They start passing it around. They don't maybe go for the 6 if they don't want to. But we'll see what happens. Hopefully they keep it respectful. But yeah, Big Steve, bro, absolute pleasure, man. Absolute pleasure, guys. Check him out on his channel. You know where to go. Link is in the description. Link is in the title. Almost on 20k. Not
almost,
far.
20K,
almost.
Yeah.
Guys, make it happen. Do you know what I mean? And I'm just here for vibes. Season's nearly done. We move. Make sure you subscribe, smash up the likes, innovate people. Peace. Quality, man.